All right, in the bowl we got 4 cups of flour, a tablespoon of salt, 2 tablespoons of sugar, 5 teaspoons of yeast. Salt, sugar, or yeast and sugar on the bottom, and flour, and then salt. Layer it that way so that the salt doesn't interfere with the yeast. All I'm gonna do is add water that's been microwaved for a minute, 2 cups. We're gonna mix all that. And we're gonna slowly add between 1 to 2 more cups of flour. Now that we have this nice shaggy mess, it's all sticky on my hands. I'm gonna use my clean hand and about a half cup of flour. Do some more mixing. And the dough instantly changed. Its texture to a much smoother, more supple situation. So it looks like in this case we might not have to add a whole hell of a lot more flour. So what I'm going to do now is just mix a little better. I'm going to do a couple of folds. Grab a corner, fold it over. Grab a corner, fold it over. Get a little tug. It's going to be sticky, but not very. Add a touch more flour. is coming together nicely. So what we're going to do now is just let this rest. Here's the dough. So we only let it do the one rise, just like the book says. It's doubled. This is a very active, very quick growing dough. I have a parchment lined baking sheet. I also have a parchment lined baking pan, or a bread pan. I'm going to put some flour onto the board, which is my counter. I'm going to shape the dough. We're going to put it onto our pan and into our into our loaf pan, and then bake it. That's it. It's pretty simple. It's nice and easy bread. No fuss, no muss. Let's get it done. I'm gonna start with a little flour on the countertop. Nothing fancy there. Got my bench scraper. Flour my hand a little bit. Just a little bit. And then I'm going to help this ball of dough now. At this point, we're going to pick it up and just put it right back down. There is our divided dough. We're going to take this one, just a little de-gassing, kind of square it out, rectangle it out. So what we're going to do is fold, 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 and then we're just going to give it a quick little roly roll here. So first fold, try to trap in a bunch of air, give a nice little pinchy. Actually, for this one, since this is going to be without a bread pan, we're just going to roll it. And we're just kind of pushing it forward a little bit, applying some pressure. We're going to seam it shut, fold, fold. This is going to go right on our pan. It's not the prettiest thing in the world, but it'll do. Okay. Number 2. As you noticed, I haven't flipped it. So the side that I put down on the bench is the side that's been down the entire time. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Now, this one we're going to do a little different. We're going to flip it. So, 2 ways to do this with your hands. You're going to push forward and then scrape everything back, making a nice tight top. Or you can do it with a bench scraper. Same thing. So, I'm going to push to the back and then straight back towards me. And essentially, we're just turning it a quarter turn every time we do. All that friction is going to get that skin on top nice and tight. There's our bottom, and there's our top. We're going to kind of stitch it shut. put it into our loaf pan. Here are the loaves. We're going to score these. We're going to wipe them down with a little bit of water. In my oven, I already have a pan with some water in it. It's a cold oven. We're not preheating anything. Use a sharp knife to do the scoring. You don't have to do this part, but it does help make a crust that's a little bit more crunchy rather than chewy. That's it. Into the oven, 400 degrees. 50 minutes later.